Dozens of veterans from Michigan spent the day in our nation's capital. They got to see the memorial built in their honor. Mid-Michigan Honor Flight made the free trip happen. As our Washington, D.C. correspondent Alex Miller reports, it's a small tribute for the service and sacrifices they've made. It was a gloomy day in Washington, but Jerome Walters was determined to see the World War II memorial.
Brings back memories, and it's just something that's nice.
He and 60 of his fellow veterans rolled into the site Tuesday. But for Jerome, it isn't only the vets that make this trip special. It's visiting with his granddaughter, Emily, who is serving our country right now.
I'm proud of her.
Emily says her service was inspired by her grandfather's. She wanted to visit the memorial to show her appreciation.
I obviously didn't experience what he experienced, but just hearing the stories and knowing about what they went through, it's very emotional.
Many served more than half a century ago and haven't forgotten what happened. Shirley Mae Abbott remembers her time like it was yesterday.
I had the honor of training in Alabama for basic, and they sent us to Fort Sam Houston, Texas for medical tech training.
She is one of the only women vets on this trip.
People aren't as aware as they are the fellas.
But when her husband, also a veteran, got to take the trip last year, Shirley knew this was a trip she needed to make.
He talked for 3 weeks. It's unreal almost. You know, like, you really here, you know?
For many, this is their first trip to Washington, and they say the most important thing they can do is remember. And that's exactly what they're doing.
We don't experience these freedoms and opportunities without the sacrifice.
And that chance to remember. Remember with loved ones, with young ones, and with those putting their lives on the line right now. The veterans say that's how we keep our freedom alive. At the World War II Memorial, I'm Alex Miller. The veterans also visited Arlington National Cemetery, where they could see the changing of the guard. This is the 10th anniversary of the Mid-Michigan Honor Flight, and today's group was the first flight of the year. If you'd like to know more about the program, just click on this story at WILX.com.